Relationships are the absolute heart of humanity, and we are neurobiologically designed to be in relationships. We are neurobiologically designed to be able to read and respond to other people, and we're neurobiologically designed to reach out and seek relationships with other people. And when we have these opportunities to form healthy relationships with family, with neighbors, with coworkers, with members of the community, we're healthy. And when we don't have those opportunities, we literally are physiologically at risk.
Children, infants are not soothed, repeatedly not soothed by their parents when they're in distress. That impacts one of the chemical systems in the brain, what's called the cortisol system. And cortisol is a natural neurohormone for calming arousal down, calming distress down. And if an infant's not soothed, then they increase their cortisol levels to try to make up for the lack of soothing by the parents, self-soothing. And then because high levels of cortisol are dangerous to brain tissue, it resets the thermostat. And that as a result of that, through the rest of their life until recently, we thought it was permanent, the thermostat is set so that they have less cortisol and less capability of handling distress. So they're more prone to getting upset, more prone to staying upset once they get upset.
If parents are not providing sensitive caregiving, where they're not tuned into the internal state of the child, then you have various kinds of difficulties that can arise.
Developmental trauma, including neglect, has as high an impact over the lifespan as a single incident trauma.
Developmental trauma or ambient trauma is trauma that's just everyday life. It's in the neighborhood, it's in the household.
It is at times very confusing to the adult world the way children respond to traumatic events, and it's very easy for adults to dismiss the profound impact that a traumatic event can have on a child, because very often they will do most things pretty well.
There's a strong sense that children are there to manipulate us and to be willfully disobedient. And instead of really understanding the child from the child's point of view, I think we've imposed something from the outside, almost adult characteristics onto children.
One of the single most important understandings that parents can have is to realize that trauma creates fear in children, and anger has an underlying element of fear. And so instead of focusing just on the anger, we can address the fear in children and calm and soothe the fear that will make the anger go away, rather than just focusing on the anger.
Children who have experienced some type of trauma often have symptoms of ADD.
These difficult behaviors are really stress responses, and it's up to us to figure out what is causing these stress responses. And there's several different pathways that they can show us that they're distressed. The first stress response is a hypersensitive, hyperreactive stress response. And these infants cry a lot, are inconsolable. When they become toddlers, they may go into rapid temper tantrums and be very volatile. A second stress response are infants who are hypervigilant. These infants will have very wide eyes and will be very vigilantly looking, and you can see that there's an anxiety in their muscle tone and in how they carry themselves, and that they're scanning the environment. A toddler may be overly clingy or overly withdrawn. A third stress response would be very shut down and tuned out. These children, again, may be misunderstood as a good, easy baby.